make their job easier by each of us resorting to what I call responsible citizen. If you see something, say something. You make their job easier. And also we show empathy and understanding to the members of the armed forces. When you see them at those checkpoints, they are there for you.
The event was attended by top military officials, members of the state government, representatives of non-governmental organizations, and other members of the public. The Armed Forces Remembrance Day is observed annually on the 15th of January to honor the nation's war heroes. The event featured wreath laying, parade by the military, gun salutes, and release of pigeon to signal peace.
Adazenu Nokwa Road. When ABS arrived at the site, the men of Benjab Construction Company, their firm handling the work, was seen carrying out an earthwork and drainage construction simultaneously. WAS correspondent Ngozi Obileri filed in this report.
Community Mr. Emmanuel Ejidike, while speaking to the ABS, expressed happiness that the road has been awarded and work progressing on it, and appreciated Governor Chukwuma Soludo for remembering them and revealed that the contractor is doing well.
Well, I feel happy. For a very long time we have been expecting this project, and since the incumbent governor, Professor Charles Soludo, started this project, all Adazenu entities were happy, and we are still happy to be there. The contractor are doing well.
Another indigene of Adazenu community, Mr. Theophane Nnole, who is the immediate past chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, Anambra Central Senatorial Zone, said that for the first time in history, government has remembered them, adding that the road will benefit many local government areas around them, and noted that APGA's victory in the next election is guaranteed, as according to him, no one will vote against APGA, having seen what they have done for Anambra.
So it's not only beneficial to my community, but beneficial to other local governments down to Abia, extension Abia State. Right. I'm happy. Trying to see how this road will become reality. And we are happy, we thank God. And based on this, Adazenu is solely behind our government.
The managing director of Benijaf Construction Company, Mr. John Arachie, said that the earthwork is 85% done and the drainage 70%. Mr. Arachie noted that the road will have 800 by 800 millimeters, 750 by 750 millimeters, as well as 1 meter by 1 meter drainages at different parts of it, saying that the road will be completed by the end of this year.
85% of the drain completed, and the cover to be about 70%. Communities are very respective. They receive us very well, and they're happy that the work is going on. It will be completed as scheduled. Yeah. Hopefully by the end of the year.
From Adazenu axis of Akweze, Adazenu Nokwa Road, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
A special Jimat service was held at the Anambra State Central Mosque Oka for Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration and Emblem Appeal Week. The Jimat service witnessed the Hausa community in Anambra State in their numbers as they prayed for the fallen heroes, their families, the Anambra State government, the Nigerian military and paramilitary personnel. ABS religious correspondent Amaka Chibuzo-Okoye tells us more.
And Northern Traditional Council at Sariki Hausa of Oka, Alhaji Garuba Haruna, who led the community in the special prayers, said that it is important to remember the efforts of those who fought gallantly for the nation. Alhaji Haruna noted that the heroes tried their best in bringing unity among all the tribes in the nation, stating that it was their prayers that the fallen heroes should receive eternal rest and forgiveness from Allah in any way they erred. He also called on the government to always remember the families of all the fallen heroes. The Sariki Hausa prayed that Almighty Allah will give all the security personnel in the country more wisdom, strength, and grace to tackle the insecurity staring the nation in the face. He described as cordial the relationship between the Hausa community and the present administration in Anambra State and Ndi Anambra in Nigeria, while stating that most of them were born in Anambra or in the southeast and therefore are Hausa Igbo, while restating their strong support for the Governor Chukwuma Soludo administration to achieve its vision of a livable and prosperous Anambra. Alhaji Haruna further pleaded with the Governor Soludo to remember them while giving out government dividends such as scholarships or palliatives, as they are fully part of the state and will always be law-abiding and contribute to the growth and development of the state.
The government is supposed to react on this because they serve for us, and the government is supposed to look into their family. Government will not allow their family to just remain like that because they fought for Nigeria. They didn't fight only for their family, they fight for Nigeria. And Nigerian government, I pray and begging appeal on them, please let them look into the family of those late heroes.
From Oka Central Mosque, Amaka Chibuzo, Okoye, ABS News.
Attainment of great heights, and of course, multiplication in life comes from God. It is against this backdrop that a renowned philanthropist from Obagulu village in Agulu, an Ocha local government area, Chief Joseph Ilo and family, approached the altar of God at St. Vincent de Paul Parish, outstation Obagulu, for special thanksgiving and dedication of daughter, Princess Kaira Luchuku Eliona Ilo. Amaka Chibuzo again has the details.
Formally to mark the special mass, a visiting priest, Reverend Father Charles Atwa, said it pays to put Christ first in every life endeavor as he would lead, protect, and make everything work according to expectations. Speaking shortly after the mass, the traditional ruler of Agolo, Igwe Innocent Obudako, who rejoiced with the celebrant and his family, said Chief Ilo has continued to be a source of development and progress in the community, citing some of the developmental projects which he sponsored and saw to their completion while praying God to bless him the more.
I say, with him, the farmers can go on farm. With him,
on his part, the traditional prime minister of the community, Chief Paulinus Anaboso, disclosed that Chief Ilo is their illustrious son who finds joy in helping those in need, saying he contributed immensely to the betterment of their community and also prayed God to give him brighter future. A younger brother of the celebrant, Mr. Jude Ilo, who is a light heavyweight boxing champion in Africa, explained that they are celebrating God's faithfulness and grace given to them for a newborn multiplication while seeking continued God's blessing. For a friend of the family, Chief Oscar Uzodimma, God has used Chief Ilo to bless people who come across him, saying his benevolence to people is second to none, while thanking God for using Chief Ilo as a vessel to lift others up. As sister of the celebrant, Mrs. Rose Uchebusi expressed joy and happiness for the new baby that God blessed them with, praying that she will grow with the love and understanding of Christ. The celebrant, Chief Ilo, and his wife, Chiamaka, said they saw it fit to thank God for his blessings upon their lives and promised to bless other people that they come across. Special thanksgiving, dedication, presentations, and cultural display were the climax of the event. From Agolo, Amaka Chibuzo, Okoye, ABS News.
The Chief Executive Officer of Phenotex Empowerment Foundation, Chief Ifani Anachina, distributed bags of rice, wrappers and cash to widows and less privileged women from Uyi and Ayamalum cancer areas. The women convened John Christ Deliverance Ministry in Teja to receive the items. Details of those reports from here.
past 17 years, his organization has been involved in the payment of school fees for indigent students, building of houses for homeless, and payment of hospital bills for the poor. He commended the state governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, for his palliative measures meant to ameliorate the plight of the people of the state, adding that the yearly distribution of food and clothing materials started from Omunya to the entire communities in Oyi Council area and now Oyi and Ayamelun Council area. He commended the member representing Oyi in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Sir Innocent Ojike, and the member representing Oyi and Ayamelun Federal Constituency, Honorable Mrs. Maureen Gwacham, for giving the area quality representation, describing their effort as a blessing to the people of the area.
Some of them are graduated starting from that time till now. So now the development there, only where square meal, nearly 3 square meal, only 1 year.
In her speech, the member representing Oyi and Ayamelun Federal Constituency, Honorable Mrs. Maureen Gwacham, assured the people that she will not disappoint them, adding that communities in her constituency adversely affected by erosions are now being considered by the relevant federal government agencies for intervention.
By this time next year, Niman, okay, what they got for you?
Also speaking, the member representing Anambra East and West in the Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Peter Anekwe, said he was impressed with the activities of Chief Anachunam, stressing that the entire representatives of Wamabala region in the National Assembly are moving in the same direction, attracting developments to the area. Other speakers who spoke at the event were Chief Elochukwu Gwacham, Transition Chairman, Oyi Council Area, Chief Imanweke, the Oyi Apuga Chairman, Chief Maduka. Some of those that received items from Phenotex Empowerment Foundation includes Nkechi Obika from Omo, Uju Okonkwo, Maureen Obiadi, and Jane Koye. They all commended Chief Anachunam, praying God to bless him. The pastors in charge of Christ Deliverance Ministry in Teje, Mr. and Mrs. Ugu, prayed for the benefactor, the beneficiaries, and the politicians that gathered at the event.
Matriculation Board JAMB has certified that 747 out of 907 computer-based tests, CBC centers that indicated interest to participate in the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME exercise. This was contained in the board's weekly bulletin that was released in Abuja. ICT consultant to JAMB, Mr. Damilola Bamiro, who addressed the recent virtual stakeholders meeting, confirmed that JAMB ensured that the verification and accreditation system was not compromised to favor any CBCT center. He asked the successful CBT centers to count themselves lucky, urging them not to compromise on standards that earned them accreditation. He assured that the board will not compromise on these standards and urged those CBCT centers that scale through the hurdle of accreditation to jealously guard their position, as no center is indispensable. Thousands of military and police officers raided several prisons in Ecuador in search of weapons, ammunition, and explosives, and to restore order after a week of incidents and detentions of more than 100 officials amidst an unprecedented spiral of violence in the Andean country. The operation comes a day after President Daniel Noboa and the official body that controls the prisons announced the release of nearly 170 prison officers and administrative staff who had been held by inmates for 6 days. One prison officer died in the south of the country. It was a celebration of a life well lived in service to God and humanity, dedication to family and hard work, as late Mrs. Nonyelum Alice Ikweme was laid to rest at Umwisim village at Bolo Idaton local government area of Imo State. Correspondent Kenechuku Chukwudi brings more details.
After the interment, the eldest son of the deceased, Dr. Chika Ekweme, noted that words would be difficult to describe his mother, as she was a woman of inestimable value who was very active in serving God through the church and building the family with godly principles, saying that her indelible mark has been imprinted in the sands of time.
My mother is a jewel of inestimable value, and is a very compassionate woman. Is courageous, is a very brave woman, and God gave her the gift of mobilization.
The eldest daughter of the deceased, Mrs. Grace Okala, explained that her mother was a humble woman who dedicated her life to the things of God and affected humanity greatly with her kind gestures, advising all to always make an impact in the lives of others positively. Other children of the deceased who also spoke during the event, including Barrister Lawson, Barrister Philip, and Pastor Chijioke Ekweme, all extolled the virtues of their mother, which centered on dedication and worship to God, uplifting humanity, and hard work which she instilled in them.
My mom is everything to me. She's everything. In fact, some years back ago, like 8 years ago, when I lost my dad, she became more than a mother. She became a father, a mother, a friend, everything you can think of. Everything.
Earlier, during a funeral service in her honor, attended by numerous pastors and clergy, Reverend Stephen Bennett, in his sermon, reminded Christians on the inevitability of death and called on all to repentance and to live a worthy life to meet God on the final day. A grandson of the deceased, Mr. Gospower Ekweme, and a community member, Mr. John Kennedy Aburiba, noted that late Mrs. Alice was a kind woman dedicated to God and her family. The traditional ruler of Umuawulu, Igwe Jewel Egwonwu, and that of Nise, Igwe Romanos Ilo, who came to condole with the family, emphasized that the Ekweme family is a big and awesome one, as their mother raised her children well and lived a dedicated Christian life, reminding the children not to leave the virtues and legacies of their mother.
Our children will live longer and they will have a sound mind strong at 100+.
Family, friends, groups and in-laws came to pay their condolences as customary to the Igbo culture during the funeral service.
Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow at Annambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Okar. Follow on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now to end the news this evening, a recap of the main points. Governor Soludo has urged citizens to show empathy to law enforcement agents. Residents of Adazinu community have expressed happiness over ongoing construction of Akweze Adazinu Nokwa Road. Joint Admission and Matriculation Board has certified 747 computer-based test centers. Ecuador has sent thousands of military and police officers in search of weapons across the various prisons. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and the promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the evening news at this time on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Wanko. Good evening.